Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Planet Zoo. So, let's play Planet Zoo, sort of thing. So, let's go. And today we're starting a brand new project in our career mode. The Madagascar project, conservation.
Welcome to Madagascar. It's quite the change of scenery from dreary old England, huh? Apart from the weather, I suppose. They don't call these places rainforests for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for apes, but for all kinds of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are. And yet, the way the world treats them is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives. Anyway, that's why I'm determined that our operation here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
What do you think of Madagascar, then? Bit warm for my taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's primate sanctuary. It's not just primates, though. We've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play. Come on, let's head over to them.
All right, love. Be patient. Right, so here we are. We are in Madagascar. So we're going to be having a look at our lemurs.
Red-ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforests of Massoala. That's in northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years. Fancy that, eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
Can we, I'm not ready yet. I've not even had a look at these yet. So let's click on one. If they stand still long enough, we will try and click on one. No. There we go, we got one. So let's have a look at them. They're very cute. Here's our keeper's down there. Don't know what he's doing, apart from jumping with them. So that's our lemurs. We want to go over now to this part of the area here.
The Bornean orangutan is such a marvellous creature.
I love orangutans.
They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in. And they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera.
All right, love. We will. Let me just get my bearings. Just find one first. I thought it was playing the piano.
Aren't they just incredible? When you're ready, let's go and have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos. They're quite the characters.
I love orangutans. That's why I'm at absolute awe seeing them on this game. That's so cool. Close to extinction at one stage due to deforestation of their area. Okay, we've seen them. Let's locate our next area we're going to be looking at.
Oh, dear. It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed. And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel.
Okay, select the boundary.
Good. Now open the Animals tab. Box up the remaining bonobos with Box All Animals.
Okay, we will do. When we get to it, Christ's sake.
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo. But it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to hire a replacement sharpish. Go into the Staff tab of the browser.
Right, we need to hire
You
a
can
vet.
find all of your staff in here. But there's no time to go looking at their particulars at the moment. Hire a vet.
Yeah, we are, love.
Now, place the vet on one of your paths. Great. Now let's deal with our escapee before they can cause too much havoc. Use the animal alerts to jump to the escaped bonobo.
Okay, so where's the animal alert? Elf, where's the animal alert? Nobody can tell me where the animal alert is, but what we could do, I was going to say fix the fence. Okay, it's not there. So is it this?
Then press Call Vet to... Yep, you guessed it. Call the vet over to capture it.
Okay, done that.
Okay, that's the relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there. As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously. Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
It takes forever sometimes to get to the... So, okay, we need to delete that. Okay, then put a brand new one there. Okay, is that a bit too big, that one there? Right, let's go to length. It's a bit too... Angle snap. No, that's not what I wanted. No. Okay. So why can't we just line it up? Right, once again, it's too long.
Good. Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that.
Climb-proof barriers. Not climbable. So it's this one.
Okay, so go into the options section and select which side the climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong. We're more worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in.
Okay, go to the options. No. No, we don't want the outside, we want the inside. What is going on? Sometimes these are not as easy as it looks. I wonder if we can just, first of all, select all of our barrier like we did before. No, okay, we can't. So we want to click, click, okay. No. Okay, we're back again. Right. Click proof options in here. So where's, there we go. I'm going to say both. I don't want anybody to climb in or out. So where's the inside? Outside placement area says. I'm not trying to place anything, I'm just trying to sort it out. I'm going to put both. That's not done it, is it? Okay, we'll try again. Okay. Right. So again, we need to select all of our... Right. Okay, climb proof options are here. So let's try left. No. surely we don't want it climbable either side. Okay, so I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. I'm making it climb proof, as far as I'm concerned. Right, okay, I'm coming off here because again, it's not really demonstrating to me what I'm supposed to do. Like, I've picked barriers, okay, resistant grade, so we want those. No, they're fine, but we want them to be climb proof. Is that right now? I don't know if we're doing it. I don't think we're doing anything at all. Make the boundary climb proof. Well, I'm trying to, but it will not let me. Let's just have a look. So, climb proof. See, you click on to do that. I think we're supposed to just do this area here. So is this doing it? I don't know. It's not doing anything, is it? Okay. Right. Sorry guys, I am discovering this game just like anybody else is, so I'm trying to, don't want that, mate. We want barriers. Right. Replace boundary wall. I wonder if we should just delete it. Then we can try it. Again, it's done nothing. Right, so we need to replace this again. Barriers. No, that's not what I wanted, was it? What is going on here? Um, guys, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing here. Let's come out of here completely. Let's fix the barrier again. How can that say that the barrier's alright? Look, there's a massive gap in it. Don't know what I'm doing. Don't know what I'm doing. Let's restart that bit. No, I don't want to start the whole game. So select barriers. Alright. We could put glass in there. Okay. So we've now fixed that. So we go to barriers. Alright. We click on climb proof. Okay. So why does it keep flicking to none?
Nicely done. And I think it's high time we unboxed those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again.
Okay.
And finally, use unbox all animals to let them out. I expect some of them are bursting for the toilet.
Where was the habitat again? No, it's not that, is it? I suppose we've got to click on the outside,
And
have we?
then open the Animals tab.
Okay. Got to go down to the bottom, wouldn't it? Is it that one?
So, it turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can help stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important jobs is taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble, and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals. Head into the staff tab of the browser again. Hire a mechanic and then place them on a path to pop them into your zoo.
You've done that, mate.
You don't have to go back into the browser if you're hiring lots of the same type of staff member. Just place another one on the path right away. Oh, gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly. And more importantly, without the animals stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
Let's have a look at these guys, shall we?
You see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. The animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
Okay, so we've got to build a research area, which looks like it's down here. Okay.
Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell. so we're able to place our new building inside of it. If you select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building.
Where does it say that? Okay. It doesn't say anything. Connect the path. Hang on a minute. So we click on it. Build a research building. Okay, so if we go to where it says research, facilities, research building.
Now select the building to add it to it. Oh, but that won't place it just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research centre so it automatically connects to the path when we place it.
Why is it always the research building always the wrong way around? It's like, is that it? No.
Right. Splendid work. Now that we have a brand spanking new research centre, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Pop open the access menu, head into zoo management, then go to the vet research section. Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also all the potential diseases that can occur. Now, assign your vet the ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
Okay. So how do you select it? X. Square. Okay. Not yet assigned. I thought I just did. So you go to there, right? Press X. Choose a vet. Okay. So first I've got to choose a vet. So let's have a look. So we go to the tab. Staff. Vets Dominique. L2. We'll choose him over to here. Okay, Dominique.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure we've got any education boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about the furry little delights.
Okay, so what we've got to do now is head back to the lemurs, I think. Terrible weather. Okay, here we go.
First off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
Gee, why do we keep the camera work? That's what needs working on this, is the camera. Right, so we're going to go to facilities. Okay. Education board. Place 2 educated boards for ringtail lemurs. Right. Right, can we zoom in a bit so we can see it? Right, we'll turn it around. There. On there. Oh, we've actually got a space where they want us to put them.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel.
Okay, so come off this, select it. Just delete that for a minute. Okay. Education board. So I need to turn it around because it wasn't in the right place. There we go. What is going on? Hang on a minute, guys. Alright. Again, I'm under the footpath, so we need to come up. We don't need that. Don't need that. Oh, that hasn't got one there, so we need to go back to education boards. Yeah, turn it around. Okay. Still not right. And why does it always go the opposite way that you're trying to turn it? Right, so how do we place it? Right, zoom in. Right, I've placed it there now. Right, it's come off. It's come up. That's not up. What is up on this thing? This camera. Right, so we've got a board here.
And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious. When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much.
Right, okay.
Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious process of reading. Oh, one thing to bear in mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said.
Alright, so we could put a speak. So I want a speaker. So I want to put one round about here. Where is it? Oh, it's there. Can we pop it on this post? Right, one there. What are we doing down here again? Right, and we'll stick the other one.
Now we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs, just like you did with the education boards.
Right, so we click on the speaker. No, the speaker. No, the speaker. I can't even see it. There's too many people around it, so I can't link that. Right, we'll go to this one. So yeah, that's the speaker. Educational speaker. Right, so what do we do? Zoom in. Zoom out. Zoom in. Zoom out. Okay, here we go again. The cameras are shocking on this, I've got to say that. They need to work on the camera. Now, I put the other one here, didn't I? Where all these people seem to be now standing in the way. Right, okay, so we want to zoom in to this speaker.
Fantastic. Oh,
Okay.
It's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs. We'll need to collect the results. Head back into the vet research area to take a look at their findings.
Alright.
Go on, collect your research rewards. Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone.
Okay.
Well,
So,
now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space. And you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel.
will do. Let me find a lemur first. No, I want the lemur.
Next, pop over to the Terrain tab. Now, as you can see, the lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes.
Putting some sand down first, because their environment requires a bit of sand, see. How much sand do they need? Okay, well, we've put a lot of sand down there, haven't we? So we're going to habitat. Okay. Enrichment. Climbing frames. Where's the climbing frame that she built?
Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
No. So how do we select the habitat? Okay. Select
Lovely.
habitat.
Now select the Animals tab.
Okay.
There we go. As you can see, we can set the food quality in here. Just open the drop-down menu and select Grade 2 Food Quality. Grade 2 Food Quality. My mouth's watering already.
Where's the grade 2 food quality? Okay. Grade 2.
So, a new climbing frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now, I think it's time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities. Releasing animals into the wild. You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we release them. Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat. I'd like you to find Agang, the Bornean orangutan, in the habitat and select him, please. You can go through each orangutan in turn or select the habitat barrier, go to the Animals tab in the Habitat Information panel and find him in the Animals list.
Yeah, I've got him, haven't I? Right, Angug we've got to find. There he is. So we're going to release him to the wild.
I know it's sad to see him go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong and fertile. Excellent work there. You've definitely got potential, you know.
So we've done quite well there.
Ah, I see you've been doing some homework. Although it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more aldebra. Tortoises.
Okay, so far we've done a lot of work with habitat animals, but now it's time to learn all about exhibit animals. Let's build a brand new exhibit. I've marked an area for our new exhibit. How about we head over there? Lovely. Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like we did with the research centre earlier. Then pop it into the gap.
Okay, so we've got to build an exhibit. This one. Is that it? Okay. Alright, build a exhibit. So we go to exhibits. Animal exhibits. No, so that's not right. Okay, so it must be this one. Select group 30 to add. What does that mean? Select group 30. Maybe we need to make it a little bit Right, I don't think that's right. Well, that's definitely not right. Okay.
Perfect. The next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila monster? Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one.
Okay.
Just as we do with habitat animals, we need to send the Gila monster to the exhibit. Select the exhibit to send it there. When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Head over to the exhibit's information panel. Good. Now open the Layout tab. Oh, well, it looks like we've only got the enrichment level 1 items unlocked at the moment. Never mind, let's turn on at least one of them for the Gila monster. As I'm sure you know by now, you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research. Now, we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit. These are vitally important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Open the Climate tab. Here, you can see the Gila monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make sure it's going to be nice and cozy.
It's too hot there. I want it to be around about 42. There we go. Need to bring the humidity up. Or do we need to bring the humidity down? Probably likes it drier.
That's the ticket. And the last thing we need to look at is setting up the different windows. So open up the Windows tab. You can edit and customize any of the windows on an exhibit. A window can be closed and blank, or have a 2-dimensional background, or even a 3-dimensional background on it. Why don't you have a play around with the options?
Okay, window 1.
There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
Okay, here we go again. Got to do the information board. Okay. Let's turn this around. I think I'm going to put it here. Oh, where's the Giga Monster then? Okay, place an exhibit education board. I have. Oh, have I got to place it anywhere particular? Right, I'll put the board there. Education content. There's nothing there for the Giga Monster, so maybe I need to move it. Okay. Right. TV, screens, TV.
Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right, now, I've got a bit of a big job for you. I need you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop. I'll check in with you when you're almost done.
Have we put our have we put our animal in there yet? I'm sure we have. Yeah, we have. But where is he? Where's our Giga Monster? Oh, there he is. Let's have a little look at him before we end the video. We are near the end of the video here, guys. There he is. They are venomous, one of the only venomous lizards. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming in and see you next time. Cheers.